Lords and ladies, how you all doing? This is Con Or coming to you with another episode of EU4. We are still trying to recreate Napoleon's France here, and we're doing an okay job. We weren't doing so great the last couple of episodes, but I think we might have a bit of it back under control. Our corruption is pretty bad, mostly because I was trying to, I was trying to really go and manage to, how do you say, I don't even know what to tell you. Let me actually slow this down for just one more second here while I kind of talk what happened in the last couple of videos. One of which I haven't posted, but I will say, I just today posted the video about me switching state religions and how awful that went. And some people are very, very right to call me out on that. I kind of thought I was just trying to get a better benefit than what I had with the Pope. But that did not go very well now, did it? That being said, we are growing over here in the New World. And I'm pretty stoked about that. I am thinking we might actually just mothball these guys. But I'm not going to do that much more for me. But yes, we have colonial enthusiasms. We have just established a base over here in French Florida. Miami. I'm Benimo. I'm Miami. And ICE is over here as well. So we have a couple of new places kind of growing and everything like that. So new businesses. Protect against Austria. Equal or larger than Austria. Can I actually have an army that's equal or larger than Austria? Oh, I can, and that's a super easy one for me to get, too. So your land maintenance goes down, and recruitment time goes down. Rival of our rival. Who do they not be liked? Morocco's getting raided like crazy. And conquer Flanders. This could be a minor problem since that Flanders is really kind of like my ally. I dare say. Yes. Oh, no. No. That's military 13. That's them. Well, first things first, let's get ourselves trunnions, and now we have awesome cannons. I think we might want to do is take siege artillery, small cast iron cannon, offensive morale. Let's do offensive morale damage. I want to do that instead. And I think we'll take the protecting against Austria. I think there's a lower amounts of military maintenance here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, at least to me. And to do so, it shouldn't be too difficult either. We have 2 troops over here, 2,000 men over here. And although it's going to be super expensive for me to expand my world further, we are now going to have exactly what we needed as soon as all those thousands of men kind of come in. Question is, what do you do in the meantime? And I admit I'm probably going to be skipping through parts of this video because I don't want you guys to be looking at boring things being like, oh dude, what's going on here? Nothing really. But I'm going to at least give you an idea. No. Mantua, you're going to go through my lands. I'll give you credit for doing that. We also do see that Morocco has taken part of Castille, and our own troops are not able to quite attack Castille because they're now taking over Aragon. But, you know, we'll probably skip through a little bit so we can get a little more to the action going here, yeah? Alright, folks, I think in this particular video what I'm going to try to do is start actually picking a fight with Morocco, even though they're allied with the Ottomans and the something, the Tlemcen. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like any of our allies over here want to help us out. Manpower reserves need to recover. Oh geez, yeah, 90%, that's a problem. Annex Genoa. That could be fun. Ooh, how beat up is Genoa at this point? Ooh, that's really it, isn't it? Let's do that. So take these 3 provinces, we'd be pretty good. And Genoa is only... Oh no, they're allied with Austria. Oh, come on, we are not going to be able to win this, are we, lads? Alright, well, I imagine at some point in the near future we're going to be going to war with Austria because they're just going to be really ticking me off. And everyone is in an alliance with them. Smugglers running rampant. So we lose a ton of money or it's too expensive. I'm going to take a loan. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to take a loan. Come on, there we go, jeez. And how is our cash? Our cash is bad. We gotta take 1,000 ducats at least. And inflation will go up, but debts and loans will go down. So that's what happens. On the plus side, that will allow me to upgrade these bad boys over here. And then do some capital improvements in the meantime. Which is good because I definitely want to start building up my locations a wee bit more. Castles can't get built up anymore until I get next tech level. However, I might be able to get a good bonus or two, dumping a ton of money into a textile manufactory. Hey, cool. So we have 0.40. Congratulations. Way to go. And there goes all of our money, really. Workshop efficiency, that might be good. 0.13, 0.19. Not a whole lot of necessarily stuff that's going to happen here. I think what's going to happen, I'll just jump to the next major event after this. We're going to tax the fish, and yay, we are slowly getting our selves back in order after getting wrecked by so much insurrections and the like. So this isn't necessarily that's something incredible, but we can finally finish out economic ideas over here. It's going to cost us a little bit more admin power to do so, and we are kind of lagging behind right now in admin. But this will allow us to get production and bonus efficiency right there. So now we are through with that bad boy. We're getting more production efficiency, which means our income will go up, despite the fact that we're paying a ton of interest already. You know what? I'm okay with that. The question is now, actually, when is our truce with... Oh, wow. We actually have one loan already. Dang it. I didn't even realize that. Truce will expire in Portugal in 1575, and Portugal is allied with Castille. Problem. Okay. Not going to be ideal. And I bet that attacking Castille is probably a bad idea, too. Mostly because I can't declare war with them because we're in an alliance. So... why will nobody go to war with me? Oh, truce with Morocco, that's why. How long is this truce lasting? Okay, until 1576. So folks, I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to wait until 1576 and then I want these lands. I want them very, very much. And at some point soon in the near future, actually really super soon, we're going to have an amazing ruler come to power here. So right now we're getting 10 military power per month, then 8, 10. That's going to get jumped up like crazy. So maybe we'll just see when the new ruler comes to power and go from there. Hey, so there we go. We have him. We have Louis X de Valois. So a previous monarch is no one really cares about that because sinful life brought nothing but shame to our country. And Marguerite is actually our new heir. So fantastic. Let's take a look real quick actually at our income now government-wise. 10, 9, and 11. So we should be able to make up some lost time here, assuming the king, in his wisdom, long may he reign, should be able to do something pretty well. Never mind, he's battling buffoon. Fantastic. Our reputation is going down. That is quite frustrating. But he's successfully awesome at doing everything else, so hopefully he's not going to be too much of a ponce. And the declining power and the nobility. Big deal. The nobility has caused us to lose a little bit of stability. And Serbia apparently has a whole big thing going on. No one really cares, though. I'll get rid of that, too. We have a claim on the papal estate. That's going to be pretty awesome for me as well. Naval attrition. Okay, we're going to go and invest a little bit of military power into that bad boy. So we can hopefully get mass battery super soon. Now, we continue to lag behind in administrative power, and I think because of that, we're going to dump 13, 9, and 8 per month, so we get incredible amounts. And for the next 20 years, we should be pretty darn good. What I really want to do is I really want to start catching up in that area. We're still lagging at 11 for that. It will mean a problem in this area, and even diplomatically is not particularly wonderful, but could it be a heck of a lot worse, couldn't it? I'd say so. Looks like we're going to have another uprising in about 6 years as well. And Toulouse in 4. Okay, so we have some random things that are likely going to be happening soon, just not quite yet. Either way, I'm okay with it. I'm also going to start building a spy network in Austria because if you take a look actually at the allies who'll be happy to help me out, never mind, Bohemia and Scotland both oh my gosh, really? Bohemia, what are you doing, bro? Bohemia was on my side. I don't know who they're fighting right now. Truce with Hungary? 12, 14, 14. Are they at 14 yet? No, they're still at 13. So it's going to be a bit. In fact, it'll be 6 years before I can even make any kind of move. And these bad boys. Hey, cool. So self-sustaining is there. That's great. The truth of Portugal is over. I think I will also put someone in here to kind of get that last teensy tiny bit of Portugal. And Castille seems to be pretty upset right now too, so though at least they're kind of chilling. They may not be willing to get up in my business. I'm just as happy about that. But we'll see how that goes. It's a special time, everyone. We can finally have the printing press. Let's do it! At that point, our stuff gets super, super cheap. Our technology, at least anyway, gets much cheaper. It will put us back quite a bit in money. Though we're getting a fair bit of money now, mostly because we have a couple of colonies up and running. We got a good stuff going on. And I'm pretty stoked. I am pretty stoked. Excuse me. Be able to upgrade to the next level of admin tech in what, a month? Yeah, a month. And I don't think most of our enemies have even gotten that. So we'll check that in just a moment. Let's take early admin power. Oh, we'll go to admin power here. So number of states goes up, which means we get to go and make people happier. It's not going to change anything for us, unfortunately, but that's okay. Make this a state? Will that really make it necessary? About you. Hey, increase income by quite a bit in Panama, so let's do that. And sure, might as well. We'll just kind of say that we're doing it for a bunch of people. Say we're doing it for an old pal in the army. And you ever understand the joke I'm making on that one? Then you've been classically educated, and I am very, very proud of you. Screw that. And good news as well is that our conversions have been going better and better to the point actually where we have a church power that is pretty solid. Religious unity is 85%, and we get tons of church power. Doing pretty good things there. I think what I do want to do, though, is I want to take... Ooh, interesting. Hostile publications, admin power. Okay, well, I'm going to lose 25 church power and likely just lose the opportunity to pick up that new aspect of faith. Okay, a little bit annoying, but survivable. And let's also start making some of these things cores before people start getting ticked off at me. Let's start with the Azores. I'll start shifting ahead as opportunities warrant. There we go. Here's the aspect of faith. So, question is, stability, cost, yearly legitimacy, prestige, or global settler increase? I kind of like the idea of going either with heretics deported or the manpower recovery speed. And I'm still taking tons and tons of loans right now, which is a problem for my inflation, but I have a pretty decent bit going on, I'd like to think. That would be good, but I don't really have to worry about that too much anymore. Production, I get a fair chunk of change, so you know what, let's try that actually. Slow us down because you're keeping a bunch of stuff going on here. Or development costs going down too would be good. No, you know what, let's go with production efficiency. We're going to allow usury, and 10% more, so we have ourselves an extra ducat or two coming on in, and I'm okay with that. Improvements are going to take a bit of time. This isn't going to happen for a very long time. That'll be picked up. That'll get picked up. And when I get the chance, I'm definitely going to go and turn the rest of our stuff into cores, which will mean, well, it won't mean a terrible amount at the moment. I'm really trying to also encourage these particular lists cause an issue here, but they're not going to do it, it seems. They want increased autonomy, and that's just not going to happen. I desperately want to pick on... Oops. I desperately want to pick on Portugal, but the only thing I can do for Portugal right now is beat on one of their colonies, and that doesn't do me any good either. What I could probably do is just start creating a regiment or two in the New World. And I think that's actually what I will do. I'll just make a small army here, and that'll be good. There we go. So now I have another, what? Big bunch coming in? The 6,000 men in the New World. It's only fur, so it's not great necessarily. And indeed, I kind of want to have my colonies get nice and big here. The tax income right now is not great, but Varagast, oof, when that comes in, yes, that'll be great. Not in the least because trade will slowly start to go through Panama, and I'm okay with that. It goes up here to the Caribbean, and I'm steering quite a bit of it off towards Bordeaux. So that's pretty solid. So I think what's going to happen is I will either wait just long enough to pick on the Portuguese, or, now that I think about it, I could manage to fight the Moroccans, I think. Bohemia will be on my side, Castille only if they want to. 12, 12, 13, 37,000 men right there. So maybe we won't pick a fight with them just yet. Maybe we'll try to finish off Portugal first. But we'll see how that goes in just a second. Well, it finally happened. The particularists, I can't say it, screw it, particularists decided to rise up against my fair rule, which means it's time to have my troops come in here and take them out. All of them. And there we go, 50,000 men taking on 15, and rightfully so, we wiped them out with only the loss of 3,000 men. I'll take that. Not ideal, perhaps, but, you know, I'll take it. Loan's going to come due in 3 years. Let's see if I actually can't pay that off. Be nice, actually. And what I really want to be able to do is pick up mass battery, because once that happens, artillery combat goes up 10%, I get discipline, and then soon enough, I'll have the opportunity to... Where is that policy kit? Not strengthen government, not that. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, heck, I can't find it at the moment. I'll figure it out at some point. Policy, there we go. Ooh, I can actually do this already. So let us do that. It will give 1 admin power per month, but it will increase my income a fair bit. And once I get quality done, I'll be able to add 5 discipline. And this puppy right here. So manpower recovery goes up 10%, and land attrition goes down. So you can't hate on that too much now, can you? Yes, a religion is going to take a little bit longer to actually get back in play. And we're losing advisors right and left here. Kind of wait for this guy to pick this guy up, or even pick up this bad bro. Either way, actually, I wonder if I can... No. Slow us down for a second. So... Inquisitor or Theologian? Statesman, Commandant, okay. Treasurer, Master Scientist, Master of Mint. Not going to be any good now, is it? I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it will. That's a shame. What I can do, though, is I can pick that up now. So, we are fully figured out on the materials for France. And now we can also add the policies, which will make our troops pretty darn awesome. So admin power, again, is going to go slightly down. And so will military. But our manpower recovery speed goes up. Our military becomes pretty freaking boss. I mean, look at this already. So discipline's 122.5%. Military tactics are solid. They're not great, but they're solid. Defensiveness is okay, and morale is pretty sicktastic. I kind of really want to pick on somebody right now, but I don't know who to pick on. Oh, I know I can pick on. The Portuguese. Let me see if I can wait just a teensy bit longer to get that last 1.5 of spy networking. Hey, cool, we're finally getting a little bit of legit power out of that. Spy networking to see if I can pick on and take out Castile. Not Castile, excuse me, Portugal. Move our troops down to the south in anticipation of issues. Because if Castile wants to get in on it, that's going to be a problem for them. It will cause a bit of a problem, or a bit of a rift with our own relations with Castile, but I am willing to take that hit. If for no other reason than taking tons and tons of money from them and maybe making them my bitch. Let's call it what it is. Minor problem though is I don't really have the generals to support a great endeavor. Hey, Veragas is now self-sustaining. And French Columbia, there we go. So French Columbia is a pretty solid location. Let's bring you back and we'll put somebody else over here in French Columbia to improve our relations as much as possible. Let's go back and forth, I think. And this now, we actually can pick up this bad boy. It's going to be super expensive, dear God. You know what? Let's just play it a little bit more safe and just do that bad boy. Not as great income at the moment now for power, mostly because we lost some great advisors. But I won't, you know, complain. I won't give up. I'll just kind of do my thing. Successful bureaucracy, even better. The fact that now for the next 10 years we get more money flowing into our coffers. So 26 ducats a month. That's awesome right there. Let's just take a moment and just think about how amazingly awesome that is. Done it? I did too. Alright, so fabricated claim on Banyaca. And yeah, so some bad stuff's happened there, but not a huge deal. Ooh, and we also can hire another general too, which is exactly what I needed to do. So, recruiting a general. Pretty garbage, but that's fine. So, folks, what's going to happen here in just a second is that Spain is going to find itself at war with Benin, and a long-time ally. I really wish they wouldn't do that. But, our trust is going to get kind of screwed here. Oh well. Favor's going to go pretty down too. I don't want that to happen, but it's going to have to happen. So, Benin. Where the heck is Benin anyway? I feel like it's over... Yep, it's down there. So we might have a bit of a problem with this Castillian army of death. Especially these poor 5,000 over here. But I think if we attack quick enough, we can take out everything we need to really be concerned about. So, folks, wish me luck. I'm going in. So quickly slow this down for a second. 3 cogs against that, we're gonna get wrecked. Retreat as quickly as possible, my lads. And indeed, England is there. Let's just have you slide down into this bad boy. And so while this thing is all paused for just a moment, let's bring in our siege equipment to start popping these forts. And that first little bit is going to be a problem. Actually, let's check on the numbers, too. So, we have a fair number against them. Castilian Brazil is going to attack us in the New World. That might be a minor issue. Portugal's got 3,000, almost nothing. And practically nothing again. Yeah, everything is Castile's hands right now. And Castile's not going to do particularly well after I do things like stab hit their ally out of existence. We're going to take the 2 colonies there, and then probably slide down to the south. I have another 3,000 men just aching to be used, but Castilian Brazil is way down here, so we should be okay there as well. The only place I'm concerned is down in this bad area. And honestly, if I could get Cape Coast, that'd be glorious. I think that's where the trade comes out, isn't it? No? Port Natural Harbor and Gold Coast. That could be interesting either way. But let's see if I can do to pick that stuff up. It really depends on how Castile decides to operate. My hope is that they will do something really, really dumb. And now I have 20 more ships coming into here that should be able to pick off. There we go. Hey, cool. So administrative ideas of Roseanne. So Roseanne apparently is got things well in hand. She is an intelligent queen consort, and I'll be happy to have her on my side. I think also as well we're going to keep some of these areas blockaded. Hopefully get a quicker siege of these areas as well. My prayer is that we can take enough of the south before the Spaniards really kind of get going. We have a good amount of admin power and diplo power coming in. Cool, so we have two things already. Let's pick up as much of this territory as possible. This is going to be ours as well. Sure, cool. Sweet. We move to the south. How much money is there really even in existence to pick up here? Enough that's worthwhile, I suppose. This will come out just in time, I think, for our loans. So we should be able to pick up a loan or two pretty darn quick. I'd be pretty happy about that. How much artillery do you have, my son? Barely any. Which means that you're going to be largely useless to me. But, you know what, let's be optimistic here. Let's take as much as possible. And indeed, you know what, let's even increase the number of cannon that we have in your army. Another 3,000 cannon. So cool. We have a good chunk of Castille already getting walloped here. Knowledge is power for national unrest, and you lose 10 prestige. Let's do losing the prestige. I'd rather lose the prestige now, as I'm taking off some of these other areas here, than lose it later. And this is going to resort back to Spain, because I can't necessarily figure that bad boy out. Yeah, you guys are going to be blockaded, but that's fine. I actually wonder, can I successfully get 3,000 troops at a time back over here? Hey, Kalusia is under my control. Sweet. I sounded like that was supposed to be important. Unfortunately, Kalusia is nowhere close. Where the heck am I looking for Kalusia? Find me, Kalusia. Kalusia. Oh, never mind. It's just this piddly thing. Whatever. Our initial campaign goes well. And the numbers arrayed against us are not getting really that much worse. There's still 6,000 men in the New World I have to worry about. But other than that, I'm feeling kind of comfortable-ish. And I wonder if I can even sneak through and just start taking up all these other areas here. Our loan is going to come due in 3 months. We should have just enough time to pick off, what is the word I'm looking for here? Can't think of the word. Guys, I'm having a brain fart. Just enough to pick off more looting and the materials. Should be able to successfully seize a fort or two and pay off one loan before we have to worry about that too much longer. And in fact, it's going to be super close. Hey, Siege of Navarre is over, which is great. That works for me. So let's transition down. What? Is there a fort there? No, there's not a fort there. Just because of this stuff, you know what? Let's just move troops on top of this and have you slide over as soon as he comes in. And just increase as much artillery support as we can. I think we have a full... Oop, real quick, let's repay this loan. Repay the loan. Cool. We have even more money coming in now. And we should be picking off these forts super quickly, I hope. And yikes. Guys, get away. We lost 3 ships, but you know what? That's acceptable under the circumstances. And this is going to be a problem too, but you know what? We can deal with that as well, I think. Battle of the Grain Coast. Ooh, oh. Oh, that would have been a good idea to actually make sure I was paying attention to that. But I was not, because I was being stupid. As you can see, it's kind of a shock every now and again that my troops are able to survive in the open field with me being an idiot. I wonder if I can successfully ship over there. No, because land movement is blocked by hostile forts, i.e. Castilla la Vieja. And it's even more blocked because of this nonsense right here too. So, a bit of time yet, but that's okay. We might lose parts of Portugal. And indeed, that's going to happen as our lands get seized. But that's okay. It is okay. I promise it'll be okay. Somehow. For the shuttle. Let's just go back here. Let's just start picking off these areas as soon as possible. You know what? I'm a little nervous about this, but I think we should have enough oomph in our sails that we should be able to manage it. If we have a fighter too, we should be more than set, I think. Oh, wait, the Flanders is still in the Azores. Oh god, the Azores are gonna get killed. No, you know what? Transport them here. Before they get to you. Oh dear god, 42 ships are gonna kill my transport fleet. Flee, my friends, flee. He's not gonna get away in time. Retreat. For the love of god, retreat. Beta, yeah. Okay, we're also gonna have Portuguese separatists are going to come up here. I mean, that's gonna be another few thousand we have to worry about. Change of control there too. Cool. So 33,000 more. Not ideal. But really, as soon as this stupid fort goes down, we should be able to rush over here to pick on somebody. Ivory Coast has come under my control. Let's do the Cape Coast. And Songhai is doing... Oh, owned by Castillian separatists. Oh well, that's a problem. Not a huge one, but a problem nonetheless. Let us see if we can continue to pick off, let's say... Toledo. No. Valencia. Branca. No, Valencia. And the Portuguese are going to definitely go into riot, unless I can manage to handle them, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. It boosts stability. That's good, and that should be able to stave them off for a little bit longer. It's only a year, so I have to pick up some of these territories super quickly. Which is a tough sell. It really kind of is. 19 ships, problem but not unsurmountable. Please, flee. I've lost, what, 2,000 men? Screw it, just stay here. Stay here. Cape Coast has come under my control. Sweet. Another victory for France. And let's go back to this bad boy. We're going to be going under a fair amount of money here because of... Jeez. So my 2 ships are down, and my 3,000 men are under that. Oh no, they survived. That's great. I was worried about that for a moment. Guess I didn't have anything to worry about, I suppose. I wonder if these 23,000 are going to move against me once I take Castilla la Vieja. I don't know. My guess is, though, that the next time that we have a war, things are going to go rather negatively for me. But for the time being, I think I'm going to try to finish out this war super quick. I still have to take this area here. But once I take Castilla here, we should be in good hands. As it is, I'm just picking off a couple of territories at a time, and while... Protestant faith, cool. It's going to take them a while to pick up Lisbon, and that works for me. I'm okay with that. And for some reason I thought the 3 ships. Okay, I saw 3 ships go sailing in, and those are our plucky light ships over here trying to pick up as much as possible. You guys have to continue repairing yourselves, and that's good for you too. But this video is probably going to end with me either seizing a couple of territories and moving deeper into the Castilian homeland, or with us losing Lisbon. back to the Castillians, and that's an issue here. Hey, and we continue to win down here somehow, despite the fact that we have 0 troops whatsoever. And indeed, I think I want to just make you guys a little bit beefier. So take some men. I don't know where the troops are being made, but I'm hoping it's going to be in Sierra Leone or Befeda. Hey, cool. So Girona is finally done, which means we're going to move you down to the south to start picking on all these other territories. And I really want to take out this, bring to bay the Spanish army before we lose a province. Lose the final province, perhaps. So what to do to get that ticking war score going in my favor? Right now we're winning all the battles, and that's good. I mean, we've lost what, 23,000? Yeah, we've lost some. It's not too bad. Cool. So only 166 days. That's awesome. And you are one of my greatest generals, and we will be attacking into 18,000 men with 10,000 cannon, so that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, you're going to go there, and 27,000. I want to separate a bunch off, but that's not going to be a great idea. Indeed, you're going to be coming here, and you're going to be coming here as well. Salamanca is where the great battle well shall be fought, and I'm hoping I can get there with the rest of my infantry in time. Siege of Lisbon is over. That's a problem. Hey, cool. Actually, we just picked off 1,000 men. Let's put you here. Cool. So if I'm lucky, I can pick off these dudes in Galicia. I should be able to. And in fact, we're going to definitely be able to, and we're going to be fighting everything else at the same time. So, suddenly outnumbered, but never outfought, and our... Yeah, look at that, buddy. Because of our sicktastically awesome morale and discipline, we are able to push back the Spanish pig dogs. And if I can, I'm going to try to pick off more of them as soon as possible. I'm going to stave off Beta just a little bit longer. Cool, so 1,000 men there. Stack white 1. Actually, go to Cuenca. My Spanish pronunciation is terrible. I will admit that right now. Let's take back Lisbon as well, and once we take back Lisbon... Ooh, wait. Portugal's already upset. Hey, even better. Now, you know what? Let's start taking on Toledo. If we can make our Castilian allies, or ersatz allies, really, a little less strong in the long term, I'm okay with that. I am a little worried if this army moves against me. Jeez, we still haven't picked up this dumb thing over here. Hey, Marguerite will get us trade efficiency. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with the fact that still we're going to having 1.1 years before we have an uprising. I don't like that at all. Especially since to me, we really should be taking either of these areas super quickly. 40,000 men coming in. If we lose the 17,000 stack, that's a problem. Let's pick these guys up. We should move up into Branca as well. Bragana. And this is over pretty quickly. Let's see how awesome our discipline is. Look how awesome our morale is. Our tactics are higher above them as well. We're in good shape, I would say. Not great, but good. Hey, and because our general is just that awesome, he is now a battlefield medic, as well as being a general. So here his troops reinforce that much quicker. So, you know, could be better, could be worse. Let's try to pick up Porto and everything else in the meantime. Just actually, let's take back this area here. Invest in new technologies to improve drainage. Cool. Production efficiency increased, which means our money's increased. And yikes, I don't think they're going to get there in time, but I think we still are up on them in military tech. Yeah, by a bit. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, it's going to be close, but actually, you know what? Less close than I thought. Our morale is awesome, and as long as our troops don't flee the front lines, we're going to be okay. And our troops are not fleeing the front lines. We will survive. Just barely, mind you, but we'll survive. And that's the important thing, right? There we go. So, big losses there. About 6,000 men to their almost 10,000. I guess that's acceptable under the circumstances. I mean, not ideal, naturally, but what is ideal these days? And with losses like that, they can't sustain that for very long. And indeed, I think we should be really able to start stab hitting at Portugal once we take Braganca, or I don't know how to say it, actually. I'm sorry, folks. Probably should start combining troops for you, though, which means... There we go. Hey, and Bohemia's at war with Austria, so I wish I could take advantage of this, but I can't. And that is a shame. You guys are going to slide around here just to take up more of these territories as much as possible. And we're almost to the point now that we're going to take the war goal, rather, and once we do... Yikes. It cost us some more money here, that's a problem. Expiring CB. Oh, in Switzerland, who cares? Hey, and finally Valencia has finally been taken out. So, what is the most breadbasket-y place for them? Let's go to Madrid. And start beating on that a little bit. And this should go back to me, shouldn't it? Apparently it's not going to. That is not a good plan for you guys. The siege of the Green Coast is over. Hurrah! So now we own all this area. In fact, I think Cape Coast needs to be pillaged. No, Ivory Coast needs to be pillaged. So let's move troops into the Ivory Coast. This video is starting to get a little bit long, at least from my perspective, so we'll see how well this really goes. And 36,000 men are moving forward to try to pick on Valencia. And we'll be able to do so, and I think I'll have enough time just to get my armies in order, and then we can move around behind them. So the dry lands, does that actually do anything for me? I don't think it does. No. Supply limit goes up, but who cares? Porto is ours, Madrid is ours, we own the Shining Blue Seas. And 27,000 men are in the area, which is even better for me, so let's continue to do that. And diplomatic technology is going to give us less corruption, which I'm totally okay with. And trade efficiency goes up, because we're ahead of time by quite a bit for the next 14 years. Sweet. Naval maintenance goes up, that's a problem, but cellular growth goes up as well. So, and since we're ahead, look at so much money we're going to be getting. Ah, that's awesome. Bring 30,000 men into this area. You're going to go here, and we're just going to continue raping and pillaging our way through Spain. Peace offers from Portugal. 10%. Seed. Screw that. I want some blood here. I wonder if they will give me anything. So suggest demands. So for a bit there. And 750. Ooh, we get a bunch of money out of this. So we're going to wait a little bit longer so you can make more money. That sounds like a really jerky thing to do, but you know what? They should not have been working with our enemies. 40k. That's all they've got, really. I can't get there. Blocked by a hostile fort. Lots of artillery. How much more artillery? Okay, I don't have the max bonus, do I? No, I don't. Which means you are going to detach. If I can find the button here. Create new unit. You 2,000 are going to come over here and pick up as much as possible to help out here. There we go. So 31,000. We're going to take some attrition, but that's okay. And let's go up into Swada, or wherever the heck that place is. I have no idea what that means. The 41k is just kind of confused. Like, what did they do? And I completely understand. Oh my gosh. How dare they? Wait, if they cross the river, do we... Ooh, I don't know if this will work well. No, it won't. We can become Defender of the Faith. Not that I really want to. That's a really tiring job. 4-1 and... No, oh, 4-1 and 1. Let's see how this goes. They're going to sort of attack me? Not Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Portugal may get the crossing penalty, which would work for me, and we should be able to wreck face here. Yeah, we better be able to wreck face. Look at that bad boy. Oh yeah. That's right. Flee, you jerks. And it appears I need to go and pick off a couple thousand laggards here and there. Disease outbreak is an issue, but I think what's going to happen, yep, we're going to pick up 2,000, another 3,000 as well. So peace offer from Portugal. What are they going to give me this time? To beg me to not destroy them. Nope, not yet. I really want to get that money out of you guys. You really should give it to me. Getting closer and closer all the time. Have to admit, it's getting better. Getting better. All the time. Alright, so not really a whole lot. There's a ton of artillery, but once I bring my own artillery in, that won't matter quite as much. Another 2,000 are going to fall to my forces. 3,000, in fact. Only for the loss of about 200 men. Jeez. Wait, there's a fort here, too? Okay, no, I thought there was a fort, and that made no sense to me. Yeah, once I pick this off, we should be just fine. Yep, Siege of Toledo. Go to Badajoz. And La Mancha. I kind of want to just start worming them further and further out, but I don't really want to make them any weaker. There we go. More money, and suggest more demands. War reparations. I like that. That works for me. And anything else? War reparations. That's going to be awesome. We're going to be able to pay off all of our debt. I really wish they were actually allied with me, but they're not, because that was kind of a dumb idea for them to really go to Portugal's aid. What else can you give me? Abolishi? No. French vassal? French vassal would be pretty awesome, but everyone would be upset with me for that. So Portugal might join a coalition against me. You know what? I think I'll do that anyway. So, suck it. You're now my vassal. And indeed, I actually want to hang out just long enough, I think, for that to happen. So, 7 more settlers, in like a year, maybe. They will be ours. Whoa. Whoa. So they'll be fighting how many people? I should be fighting how many people? Bohemia, all this garbage. Oh my gosh. Guys, this would be a great place for me to stop, I think, though. War of the Protestant League against Austria-Livonian Order, Salzburg, Hesse, Denmark, Magdeburg, blah, 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 blah. How big is this fight, actually? Oh, wow. Almost 325, what? Almost 500,000 against... Ooh, actually, we could do pretty well here. War score is already in our favor. All we gotta do is win battles. And if we can limit the power of the Austrians right now, that's pretty freaking sweet. Unfortunately, this is also going to play havoc with our alliances, so only the Papals... Oh no, here we go. Scotland, Bohemia, and the Netherlands. Denmark is no longer an ally. And dear God, big battles going on up here. Muscovy, Hesse, Denmark, and the Livonian Order. But shockingly enough, the defenders are doing pretty darn well. But alright, let me call it quits for now, guys. When we come back, we'll be helping out in the War of the Protestant League. I'm really hoping the English are going to come down and assist us, because if they don't, that could be pretty difficult for us to fight. But you know what? Happy thoughts, right? Happy thoughts. And one final thing before I go. Brig. Lots of brigs, so I can start actually transporting troops with any kind of consistency. Because I can't currently, and that's a big problem. 25,000 men I can't use. I mean, another 6,000 in the New World I can't use. And in fact, we're going to disband all of them. so we can make them in the old world. Because we will be spending all of these men, unfortunately. And probably more. Nevertheless, we are in awesome shape, and now our monthly balance is great. Spoils of war is huge. That's going to go down, obviously. War reparations will be pretty awesome as well. But if we're lucky, we can actually start getting a bunch of money out of these people. And I've been saying that now a bunch of different times. So folks, thanks so much for tuning in. When we come back, we're having another big war. And I will see you all soon. This is Conor Work signing off. Take it easy.